Piss my pants. You can't shit me. I shit my pants. It's your shit storm because I shit my pants. You can't shit me. I shit my pants. I'm John Cena. I shit my pants. I'm John Cena. I piss my pants. I shit my pants all day. You like that song?
I should expect no less at this point. Or anytime we sit down and we have work to do, that you're just going to come to the table with a new song about pooping your pants and yourself.
Don't pretend like you're disappointed and you don't love it.
I'm not disappointed. What I'm saying is I clicked the button for us to go live. And at that point, I would expect you to be like, here we go, man. It's time to do the show. But instead,
I'm trying to be entertaining for the lads.
What about the lasses?
They're them too.
But mainly the lads?
All of them.
Everyone. Dan, welcome to WWE Raw Talks Live. What we do on this show, 616 Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? That's what we are. I botched the whole intro.
God, it doesn't matter. That's not. People don't come to this channel for intros, bro.
Yeah, but this could be someone's first episode, and I fucked up, and now they're gonna hold the entire channel in this regard of what I've done. You know what I'm saying? This is why I can't ever.
You're too hard on yourself.
I am too. Well, I don't like me. Like, there's people who I like, and I'm like, yo, you could just work on this. With me, I fuck up, and I'm like, of course I fucked up. I'm a piece of shit.
I feel the same way. When I remember, I missed last week's Raw Talks because I had to do homework. And it was because Sunday I was writing a paper, and I was having trouble with it. And I was sitting at my computer, and I was like, you fucking suck. You'll never be able to do this. You'll never get anywhere in life because you can't do nothing. And then I was like, no, I can. But now I can't do Raw Talks because I spent all Sunday shitting on myself.
So
instead of getting work done.
Perhaps instead of doing a show live on youtube.com/616entertainment where we review a wrestling show, maybe the two of us could both seek psychiatric help.
Maybe we could do both.
Explain. I'm willing to listen.
This show only takes about an hour out of 1 week.
Yeah.
Well, 4 because we have to watch the show too. But that's a very small amount of time. I have other time on my hands.
I don't have a whole lot of.
I gotta make an eye doctor appointment. I gotta go to the dentist. I haven't been to the dentist in like 3 years.
It's time for a dental update.
I take good care of my teeth though.
Yeah.
I don't floss very often, which is the troubles.
So you still haven't explained how we can fit in a psychiatric evaluation.
I don't know.
For the both of us while still doing this show.
I don't know your schedule. So but like if
my schedule's pretty full, dog.
If you gotta write it out, and I'll sit with.
We could just run through it real quick. We'll start on Monday. We got to watch Raw.
Monday is no good for anybody.
Yeah, because I usually work 10 to 4 on Monday. Then we got to watch Raw from 7 to 10:15. Then we got to do this show from like 10:20 to 11:20. The only in between time I have in there, I'm trying to talk to pretty girls on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? From there, you go over to Tuesday. I'm probably gonna be working 10 to 4. After that, I've got to edit the podcast together, which we recorded earlier in the week. Make sure that's up on SoundCloud. Make sure it's scheduled and ready for YouTube. You go over to Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? That's the day the podcast comes out. If there's one day a week that I have any open time, other than working 10 to 4, it's going to be that Wednesday.
Okay, that's when you do it. You just said it right there.
So are you going to schedule the appointment?
No, you're an it girl, man.
The internet is fucked up.
What do you mean it's fucking up? That's a Sam Melendez thing.
I know. But the problem was when the stream goes out like that and we're in the middle of a story, we're going to lose people. You know what I'm saying?
My Wi-Fi is not on.
Yeah,
so.
I'm just saying it's not good for business.
Did it go out completely, or was it just the picture?
There was a slight hiccup. It looked like there was a slight hiccup.
All right, well, that's to be expected.
Yeah. We got a couple of Dan-ins in the chat. We got D-Ray, we got Gina in the room.
D-Ray and Gina.
Gina is our Pittsburgh correspondent for tonight because I don't hear of a boy named Steve Schneider.
Well, he's been slacking as of late.
Well, you know.
And I think Gina is the new Steve in this situation.
Ooh. Interesting. We got the #1 Dan in the room, name of Jazz James. We should talk about Raw. We should. Dan-Dan's what we do on the show is we review Monday Night Raw. Every match, every promo, every segment from bell to bell. We come on this channel, which is youtube.com/616entertainment. We talk it out, the whole thing.
No.
For the day dance. I screwed it up a little bit. But see, the last time I screwed it up, we went on a whole diatribe about how I want to kill myself. So, but we can't, everyone knows we can't talk about Raw until we make sure everyone's ready. And how do you make sure everyone's ready? You got to make sure they have their brown gloves on. You know what I mean?
She say so.
Hey, Mike, make sure everyone has brown gloves. Does everyone have brown gloves? No, dude.
So we're going to start with the A story.
Hold on. We got our brown gloves on, but there's something else we need.
What's up? What'd you do?
I'm drinking a Mountain Dew past midnight. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I don't give a shit.
What the fuck is that?
We need our brown gloves.
Yeah.
And we need our Mountain Dew past midnight. Past midnight.
Oh, I see. Steve Schneider's in the chat. He says, Ian, I texted you and said I was going for a run. I'm here now. Gina smells. See, the thing is, I wasn't going to tell anyone that Steve sent me that text so we could bury him later. So later on, he could rise much like a phoenix.
Yeah, but you just blew the whole thing.
Yeah, but I put him over by using his ring name. You know what I'm saying? By using his work name.
I don't know about this.
So now that we don't give a shit, we should start with the A story for Raw. What do you think the A story is tonight? I think it's got to be the New Day.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say the Seth Rollins Kane stuff, but
fuck that. It's all about the New Day.
The New Day that beats everybody else.
Yeah.
Fuck anyone who doesn't like the New Day. I'll kick your ass and take your name.
What are you gonna do with their name?
Just add it to the list of names I've kicked asses to. Like I keep a list of names of all the people I've kicked whose asses. Does that make sense?
Not the way you just said it.
But you know what I mean.
You said I've got a list of names of all the people whose asses. That's what you said. Reiterate for me. Tell me, what do you mean?
I kick a lot of asses.
What do you do with the names?
I keep them.
Where?
In a notebook.
Yeah.
And then I just look through it like that was a good ass kicking. I give it.
Do you rate them?
And I only kick. The only people that asses I kick are people who don't like the New Day. Anybody else is fine.
Do you give them all the same level of beating?
It depends on how I feel.
Freelance Wrestling is in the room. It says
Freelance Wrestling.
FreelanceWrestling.com. Now, that's a slight error grammatically. They mean FreelanceWrestling.com. And Freelance Wrestling says, I want more trombone. I think we all do. But if anyone reads the description tonight, they're going to find out exactly what happened on Raw. I feel like a lot of people don't really read the descriptions because oftentimes I fuck with them. And what's written in the description is not what actually happened. You know what I'm saying? D-Ray says that he thought the challenger for the U.S. Open Challenge was going to be Brock Lesnar. And when the Cena said somebody should come out, I was like, is it going to be fucking Lesnar?
You suggested that.
But it wasn't. Who was it?
The whole New Day. All of them. They all challenged for the John Cena.
Not true.
You're right.
It's not accurate.
But they always come out together.
They came out with Ziggler's corpse tonight.
Oh yeah, because he was gonna Ziggler's music hit. And it was gonna be Ziggler's gonna wrestle. That's cool. But it was the New Day, and they were carrying Ziggler like a dead boy.
Well, they cut his feet off.
I thought it was gonna be Zig.
Well, I was like, is it gonna be Brock Lesnar? No, it's Dolph Ziggler. And you said, what if it's Ziggler?
Because he wasn't coming out.
And then I was just like,
he just did a little dog walks around the corner. I think that would have been great. They missed an opportunity there.
Ziggler, what kind of fight do you think he'd put up against John Cena?
Not a good one. He's too small.
He's very fast, though. You got to think he's fast. He's small.
But he really doesn't have any way to do damage.
He's got teeth.
Yeah, but he can bite, but that's not sick.
You're underestimating it. See what he does here.
It's more of an annoyance.
He runs all the way across the ring to the other post. On his way over there, he drops a piss and a shit. Those are both hazards. If you've ever played Mario Kart, you know that that's a problem. Cena, in a fit of blind rage that someone has urinated and spread fecal matter in where he does his work, chases after Ziggler, slips, goes through the air, lands on his head, breaks his neck, dies in the ring. Ziggler walks over and sits nicely on Cena's chest, and the referee is like, I can't believe this happened. 1, 2, 3. And we have the first ever canine United States champion.
I'll buy it. I'd buy it on pay-per-view.
I'd buy that for $1.
But anyways, it's the New Day carrying Dolph Ziggler. And Kofi's on the mic, and he's like, you know, this is a big challenge.
Yeah.
Need a big competitor. It's a big night. And I'm like, which one's going to wrestle?
And I go, obviously, Big E.
Everything's big. So.
Everything they're saying is big. It's got to be Big E.
And it was Big E.
It was Big E. Before we talk more about this, Gina says that the artist was talking shit on her and you broke her little heart.
Where did you hear this? You are believing lies. I've never talked shit on anyone that wasn't true. I don't know what I'm just saying.
So you're saying you talk shit on her, but it's all valid?
No. What I mean is, you
better make your case, dog.
If you didn't hear me talking shit, all the shit I talk is to somebody's face or on the internet where they're able to see it. I don't talk shit about people behind their backs in like houses that recording devices are not on. And if I do, I'll immediately make a video and say, hey, I'm shit talking. So you're believing some slanderous lies about me.
Freelance Wrestling says that Castro and Olsen are in this bitch. Those are some good boys.
I like them.
You know what I kind of pictured? For whatever reason, I pictured Castro had 4 arms like Goro. And with his 2 top arms, he was just holding Olsen up here, and his 2 bottom arms, he was tight.
I feel like he is doing that, but it's just Olsen's arms under him. But then like Olsen's arms are going to be like way back here because he doesn't have long arms.
Steve says, I don't give a shit.
A shit?
Ooh, Sam Fricky's hitting you hard. He says, hey, artist, nice swoop. Where'd you buy it? The toilet store? You can't piss me. I piss my pants.
See, he likes that, though.
See, but we got to talk about Big E versus John Cena. I said right before we started tonight, I was like, this show is going to be terrible tonight. We're going to go off the fucking rails, and it's going to be a problem.
That's what makes it the best. That's not terrible.
You know what doesn't make our shows the best is when we record a podcast and the recording device is on the table and you always feel the need to drum on the table or hit the table while you're laughing.
It makes it like a 3D audio.
Yeah, but rip headphone users. People have headphones in, you die them dead. They were dead, you killed them.
No, they like it because they feel the energy.
I don't know if they do. I think you got to work on your etiquette.
This table.
That's not our shit. You're the gassiest motherfucker of all time.
Is that our shit?
John, it's your shit. I don't do that all the time. I don't have conversations with people and just burp in their fucking mouth while they're speaking.
I've never burped in a mouth.
You do it all the time.
Come here.
I don't want it. Get out of my face. Get out of my way. Stay out of my holes. God damn it. Big E, John Cena, the match was pretty good. Hard hitting. What you would expect from them.
Yeah.
I don't like Big E's spear through the ropes because I think he's going to hurt himself.
Spear through the ropes, and then he like jumped like 16 feet in the air and fell off the ropes.
Yeah, he did.
Very dangerous. He could have hurt his feet.
Freelance Wrestling says, stop drumming on the table. Here's the question I have for all the Dan Dans out there. We're having streaming troubles again. Well, see, by the time that catches up, we might not be like slow anymore. So then we would just be sitting watching the broken stream.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're back now. But we do have confirmation. Guys, if the stream is fucked up tonight, I apologize. The Wi-Fi is kind of shitty. I don't really know what's going on. But Jazz James says, I die every week when I listen to the podcast.
That's because it's out of love.
That's the number one Dan, and he's telling you to stop.
That's not what he said. He said he dies. He doesn't say why he dies.
We're having stream issues again. I'm really upset with these stream issues.
Yeah, this is not good. I was excited for the show, and now the stream is fucking me.
See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn down the quality of our stream to next to nothing so that takes up less bandwidth.
The F and Ray said the artist is always trying to get into everyone's holes. He's so fucking right.
D-Ray says that you died them, dead them, which is accurately what I said. Freelance Wrestling says Castro wants less drumming. I want more drumming. Finish every sentence with drumming.
Okay.
Steve says stream is messed up. I don't give a shit.
Freelance Wrestling has spoken. I will drum till the end of time.
That would have been accurate. You can't. The badoom, that's 2 toms and a cymbal. It sounded exactly the same. You don't think so? We'll listen to it.
Don't do that.
I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I am the Wi-Fi. What? I don't have a whole lot to say about Cena and Big E. It was a fun match.
Yeah.
The news of this segment comes out after the match.
Because
Cena would happen.
Cena wins,
Of
retains the title, but then the New Day gets in and just starts beating him up. He's outnumbered 3-1. So then Dolph Ziggler comes out, revitalized. He's brought back from the dead by who knows what, but he comes in to save him.
He had time to rest.
Yeah, I know. It's wrestling. People heal. Not that he's a heel. You know what I mean? And then the Dudleys come out. It's a huge big brawl. Everyone's fucking each other up. It's the New Day versus Cena, Dolph, and what's it called? Nigel Bravo's calling me.
Who?
Nigel Bravo.
You got his name on the second attempt.
Nigel Bravo.
You can answer, but you got to put him on speaker.
You're on Raw Talks Live. Nigel, what's going on?
Hey, Castro didn't pick me up, so I can't watch Raw, so thanks a lot, Castro.
Was he supposed to?
I didn't even offer.
Did you? Well, that doesn't really make sense. Nigel.
Castro's an Uber driver. Nigel just expects him to do his job.
He's a drive boy.
They don't just pick random people up without asking. You have to open the
He's
app.
not a random person.
I'm not a random boy.
How is he supposed to know what you were doing?
He's a friend and a
He knows
confidant.
I like the New Day, all right?
Well, you got a good
He
point
knows
there.
I love that trombone. Everyone knows I love that trombone.
Everybody loves the trombone. It's the greatest.
If you don't love that trombone, you could go jerk off a train in space. I don't give a fuck. That trombone is gold, and it should stay forever.
You lost me with that train joke.
Well, it wasn't a joke. I don't know if trains are dicks. I don't know. I'm not Steve Schneider. I don't know things about dicks.
Guys, I'm getting a breaking phone call from Big C Chris Castro. We're going to take this call. Nigel, please stay on the line. Big C Chris Castro, you are live on WWE Raw Talks Live.
Nigel, I was coming back from the city. I had to drop someone off there for Uber. Nick's house was on my way. Suck it. Yeah, sure. Not buying it, boy. I'm not buying it.
Well, he hung up.
Well, it's because he's ashamed of his misdeeds.
At least he's not a shameless like this guy.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? I got really drunk and I called Robinson at 3 in the morning.
Did you kiss his face?
I left him a disturbing voicemail.
What did you say?
I don't know, but he called me back like an hour ago and he's like, "Hey man, what's up with that voicemail? Like, are you okay?"
What? Do you think he still has it? Will he play it on the show?
Oh, he definitely probably has it. He's gonna use it in court against me when I break in his car windows, like those black boys did to me.
That's pretty discriminating.
Incriminating, asshole.
No, it's discriminating.
Hang up the phone. We got a show to do.
We gotta go. It's too late. It's already 10:38.
Dan's. We apologize for the interruption. You know what I'm saying? Steve says, I want drunk voicemails from Nigel. Well, then ask him for them.
Everybody just wants to.
All you got to do is beat him for the Monopoly title, and then he will have something for you for the rest of your life. D-Ray says, Castro doesn't respect the former Monopoly champ.
Castro doesn't respect anybody.
He doesn't have to. He's too big. He'll crush you up.
I didn't say he does. I'm just speaking the truth that he doesn't.
The New Day left everybody laying
They
tonight.
killed them all.
The New Day got put over big time. They are now they're not a joke anymore. They are a dominant force.
Because it was a fucking brawl and they stood tall. That rhymed. I didn't even know I was even trying.
Here, you got to rap on that line. All right.
The New Day stood tall and they did brawl and John Cena shit his pants in the hall of WWE Hall of Fame in Boston. Yeah.
That's it?
Yep.
It wasn't bad. It was actually a lot better than I was expecting from you. Because you used to be like Brock, where I'd be like rap. You'd be like, all you ever
I never did the all you ever do thing.
So the New Day looks fucking awesome
New Day
after
looks
tonight.
fantastic.
It's very cool. As a big New Day fan, that makes me quite happy.
Oh.
The B story tonight is Rusev and Summer Rae. No doubt.
It was pretty fucking. It was the best segment of
It was the best segment of the show, and it's one of the best segments of Raw of the past like month or so.
It was so good.
So to let's break it down.
Okay.
Summer's in the ring. He goes, she's like, I've been hearing rumors that Summer is over, but I have great news for one WWE superstar, name of Ruru. Rusev comes out, and she was like, I have this shit that I made for you, and they play this video, and it's so fucking
video
good.
is so good.
It's like pink vignette around it with like hearts flowing into the middle, slow motion of like
love
of like
music.
them together and looking at each other and kissing in front of Lana, and then Rusev kicking somebody. But the best part, and I tweeted a joke about it, she's like, Rusev is so kind, and he like smashes Ziggler's throat on the crutch, and he's so gentle. Giant sidewalk slam in the middle of the ring. And I put up a tweet that you can read at IDS616 that was like, Rusev is so gentle, murders Dolph Ziggler, and so kind, fucks the corpse.
Oh man,
Hey man, I mean, I can't tell him what to do.
it's quite funny.
This segment was fucking great.
And then the video ended, and
Mhm.
Rusev was like, "That was pretty sweet. Like that was nice."
But you got to do the Rusev accent though. Like he said to her,
well, I don't remember
she's like,
exactly what he said.
that was great what you made for me. Summer, I must be honest. When this first started, I did not like you at all, which made me so happy. I did not like you at all. I feel like I have a good Rusev impression. Let's hear your Rusev impression.
Rusev smashed Lana. I don't like Lana anymore. I'm with Summer now, but I don't like her, but I do now.
Try one more time.
Dog Ziggler is better than Dolph Ziggler.
It's a fish. I missed that fish. What do you think they did with that
It's
fish?
dead.
It was dead anyway.
They probably ate it.
Who did?
They gave it to children to eat. Starving children.
Were there starving children in the arena?
No, they shipped it off to another country.
It's gonna rot.
You put it on ice, ass.
It's not gonna keep.
Yes, it will.
No, it won't.
How fast do you think like planes go? Real fast. It gets there.
Where are you sending it?
I don't know. There's a lot of starving kids all over the place. There's starving kids in Mexico. You don't even need to take a plane down there.
Someone tweet that. I don't know. There's a lot of starving kids all over the place. How fast do you think planes go? D-Ray says, I like how Kofi Reed did his kick because the first one looked like crap. Definitely true. That is an issue. That is something that happened tonight. Freelance says Rusev and Summer might top Billy and Chuck's wedding. Not quite. Not quite. The Billy and Chuck wedding, in my opinion, the Billy and Chuck thing all the way up to the wedding is one of the most forgotten, underappreciated segments, like angles, promos, whatever you want to call it, in wrestling. At least of that era. Now, fuck it. Overall. Nobody ever talked about Billy and Chuck. And that was so good.
That's pretty fucking funny.
Just their theme music was so good.
What was it?
It was like, you look so good to me. I don't know if I monetize this video or not, so I don't know if I should play it. Maybe if I only play a couple seconds of it, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man.
What the fuck?
But anyways, Roots, they play the video, and
oh, that's hilarious. Billy and Chuck was fantastic. FreelanceWrestling.com says, I'm a starving kid and I'm Mexican. I think you've offended the company that we sponsor.
And
way to go. Bad business move. You're a bad businessman.
he's agreeing with me. He's saying
You blew it.
no. He's agreeing with me that there's starving kids everywhere.
Gina says, fact, it's an hour from Pittsburgh to Chi-Town.
That's not really.
Mm-mm.
That's
No,
way too.
she's way
That's
off.
yeah. No, it's way longer than
She's,
that.
ask Stevie Boy. He was here.
Steve, how long is it? But doesn't he fly here usually?
Yeah.
He flew last time.
He flew last time. He flew last time.
Yeah, you
Do
want to
you
say it
ever
one more
think
time?
about what comes out of
You
your
want to
mouth?
say it one more fucking time?
Do you ever think about
Let's
the
just.
things?
How about we don't even talk about Raw? How about you just say that again 50 fucking times for the next hour?
I only said it twice. I have 48 more to go if that's really what you want to commit to.
Anyways, Summer got down on one knee, pulled a little box out of who knows where. It materialized out of nothing, and asks Ruru to marry her. She opens the thing. The ring is like that fucking big.
It looked like a hollowed out silver dollar.
It looked like a lug nut, like a nut for an airplane. Like that big something.
Can we just say I look good tonight? I look really good tonight.
You look like you always do.
I feel like this lighting is very kind to me. I feel like it's showing off my facial structure well.
How do I look?
You look pretty good. You're a little bright right now. If you back up just a little bit, see, now we got more skin tone out of you. You know what I'm saying? Or when you get up right close to the light like that, you kind of drown out. You kind of ghost out.
But I can't see the check because I have my glasses on.
I'm just saying that this lighting plays on my facial structure well. And I understand if you're a little quiet tonight, a little intimidated by my jawline, that's going to come with the
territory. You can't even see your jawline. You got a beard.
You can feel it, though. Feel that. Careful. You might cut your finger. It's sharp. You know what I'm saying?
You've got a rough beard.
You do. You want to touch it?
No, I don't like it. It's not nice to touch.
It's not?
No.
Let me touch yours.
All right.
See, yours is soft. And then you got Coke jaw. What the fuck just happened there?
We're a bunch of beard boys.
We are beard boys. Jazz James says, where's Davin? Davin quit being a Dan. You can go back.
Ian drove him away.
Go fuck yourself. You can go back 2 Raw Talks ago. Davin said that he didn't want to be a Dan anymore because I always correct his grammar. So if he just wants to go through life being a fucking idiot, speaking wrong and spelling incorrectly, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. You don't need to do it on this channel. And breaking news, this show will continue without him. You know what I'm saying? Give me a kiss right there.
I'm not.
That's all right. I'm not going to hold it against you. Rusev and Summer was the best part of this night, no doubt. Who's texting you?
I can't say. It'll break the fourth wall.
Gina's texting you, talking shit on me.
No, she's just putting me over.
I'm blocking Gina from the chat.
She's not talking shit on you. She's just saying you're wrong.
I'm just playing.
A beautiful man.
C story of the night.
Thank you, Gina.
That's all right. She's a liar. Rollins and Kane versus the Dudley Boyz. The Dudley brothers. Big Dong Dudley.
The Big Dong Dudley Boyz.
D-Ray says, my son left us. Daniel's in the room and just says, cancel.
I saw that. I forgot who that was.
Yeah, that's.
I thought it was some dick from Reddit.
No, it's some dick, but it's not the dick from Reddit. Whoa! Breaking news! The #1 handsome boy, the man who brought the era of destruction to an end, the 616 Entertainment Monopoly champion of the world, Michael Thomas Robinson, the #1 handsome boy, has graced us with his presence. And he says, Nigel's exact words on my voicemail at 3:20 this morning. I heard what you said, so you think you're a better man than me. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious right now? Fuck! That's pretty. You don't want an angry Nigel feeling that way, or a drunk Nigel that angry towards you.
I've been around a happy drunk Nigel at 3:20 in the morning, and it's scary as shit.
He was asking you.
So an angry Nigel is fucking scary as shitter.
We're walking the streets of Chicago at like 2 a.m. and he's trying to get your consent to chokeslam you. And I pulled you aside and I said, don't let him do it. He's fucked up right now, and he's going to chokeslam you with everything he has. It's not going to be a playful chokeslam. You are going to die.
No.
Because then you know he was going to... What is this bullshit?
Now she's mad at me because you saw the text and read it out loud to the world.
Well, see, what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have a no-phone policy on this show. And
now she's going to be mad at me because I said that.
Something that Gina has brought to the show, new rules. I'm not a guy who likes to instill rules on the show. But when we have people who are distracting, bringing the show to a screeching halt, when we're just trying to talk about wrestling.
You're right. You're right. You're right. There's a distraction. If you want to talk, you got to talk in the chat.
Rollins and Kane. I've told you, I don't like when your elbow is that close to my face. Kiss it. I don't want to kiss it.
Wait, so Rollins and Kane versus the Dudleys. Okay, so to start off, it was supposed to be Rollins and Big Show, which was going to be stupid. Fuck that. But Big Show got killed early in the night by Brock Lesnar.
Bork Laser.
He F5'd him. He suplexed him.
Well,
He's gone.
because Bork Laser and his manager Paul Herman started the show tonight.
Yeah.
Start there, because that's
Okay.
where this kicks
All
off.
right, so they open the show. They come on out, and Paul Heyman's they're talking about Undertaker because he's saying, you know, Brock Lesnar killed Big Show at this nothing show the other night.
Mm-hmm.
He destroyed him. Now he's coming for Undertaker. You know, you lost, and then at SummerSlam you fucking tapped out, but you still got the win because you're a little bitch. But he's coming, and it's, you know.
Is he gonna come in here?
And he's gonna kick your ass.
Who knows what we're referencing?
Everybody should know. Come on. And in the middle of Heyman's promo, Big Show comes out. He's like, "You beat me up last night. Well, I'm gonna, you know, I'm a mean man, and I'm gonna get in your face." But then Brock.
Before you
Lesnar-
wap it up, I want to give my thoughts on it.
All right.
Paul Herman, Pat Herman,
Barry.
Pat Barry,
Heyman.
Herman Mans.
No, every time I try to type Paul Heyman on my notes, it changes it to Herman. So annoying. I just want to be a Heyman.
I think
guy.
Paul Herman won the TNA World Title.
I don't know who that is. Is that a real person?
I don't know. Matt Hardy won it.
Oh.
And that fucked up. As I was saying, I really did enjoy Paul Herman's work in this promo, but
Yeah.
I just don't care about this angle anymore.
Mm-mm.
So it fell a little flat with me. Not to mention I was in this room trying to fix the Wi-Fi so this show would work.
I am the Wi-Fi.
I am the Wi-Fi. The question I have is, why are they using photos of The Undertaker from 2010
Because
to promote all of this shit?
I don't know, because like
There's photos of him with a full beard like this with fucking flowing, long, wet hair. He hasn't looked like that in years.
I don't know, and like you could show a picture of him now, and he still looks intimidating. Like he's not.
Well, he looks intimidating, and people are just like, "Oh, that's The Undertaker."
Yeah,
Like, why? What are they doing?
I don't know.
Do they feel like, "Oh, he looks like shit"?
I see.
We gotta use some old photos.
I don't think he does. Like, I mean,
I don't
maybe
think he
in
looks
the
like shit
ring he
either,
looks
but
like
I-
shit.
I don't think he does.
But
I
he-
think maybe the people in the
he looks
office are going,
slow.
"He looks old."
Yeah, I know, but like he is old.
I thought
Don't
he looked
pretend like
better.
he's- yeah,
I thought he looked better with his head shaved.
yeah. Don't pretend like he's not an old man.
Mm.
Like that's the whole angle. That it's the old guy versus the young beast.
The other thing I was going to bring up was, I wonder how the match was between Brock Lesnar and Big Show, because, like I said with Sam Fricky last week, I was not going to watch this Madison Square Garden show. And he was like, "You'll watch it." I was like, "Fuck no, I'm not going to
There were
watch it."
fights on.
Man, you're going to watch it? No, I won't. I have no interest. I don't even watch NXT. Jazz James says Taker is an old monkey man now. That's why.
He is
That's
old.
going way back. That's going months back to old monkey man. What the fuck was that?
I had an itchy ear. Why do you gotta?
You
do
have
that on the show?
hands.
But they're busy.
Doing what?
Just be resting.
You're the strangest person. Like, Steve Schneider is strange, but he's strange in a colorful way. You know what I mean? Like, he'll at least like dance a little bit, and then I'll ask him to do something,
I did.
and he winds up just hurting you,
I
which
dance
is
all the
always
fucking
good for
time.
me. Like, I have video proof of that.
Steve, push on his belly. Let's see if he farts.
I don't fart. I vroom it. I vroom it. Oh, I vroom it.
That was a bad day.
That was a really bad day. You've rummeted.
All over Steve.
Not to mention, nobody knows that's my bed.
So what?
Jesus Christ. Michael Thomas Robinson, breaking news in the chat, says, what's he say? I'm not in the business of losing, but rather restoring some modicum of class to the Monopoly Kingdom. I ended the era of destruction, which was the goal. You'd keep classiness alive and well. Oh, sure. Who would?
I'm not sure what he's talking about.
I don't know who's going to keep classiness and alive and
We're
well.
not making a whole lot of sense, Robinson.
No, I understood everything you said before that. Because people were talking shit in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And he's just saying that it was his goal to end the era of destruction and to restore faith in the Monopoly Kingdom,
No, I get
which he did.
I get it.
We're having stream issues again.
Well, let's just keep going. Because it'll be back. See, it's back already. So, let's back to wrestling, okay? Can we? So, Big Show is dead. We will not see him anymore. So now that he's dead, he can't be partners with Seth Rollins. So later on, Kane gets in the ring, and he's a corporate Kane. He's got a smile on his face, but his foot's still injured. He's got a foot boot, just support his broken ankle, and he's like, I might be injured, but Seth Rollins needs a partner after Big Show was murdered. I think I should be the partner. Because who else is gonna come out? And then Seth Rollins comes out. He's like, no. You think I'm gonna trust you after what happened? I don't think so.
Mid-sentence burp.
Why you gotta draw attention?
And people are watching you. They saw you go, Mo.
There was no sound.
I heard it. I'm right here. I felt it.
I'm losing my brain.
What do you think was the D story tonight?
We didn't talk about the match though.
Rollins and Kane versus the Dudley Boyz. Your hair is all fucked up. Should we figure out a new haircut for you, right? That's not bad. I kind of like it up like
my
that.
My haircut is fine.
Yeah.
I need new glasses though.
You do. Put those glasses on. We're going to show the Dan-Dans what you're working with here. Now, yourself, myself, and no gimmicks needed Lauren Newman were hanging out last night. We recorded a new episode of the 616 Entertainment Podcast, which you can listen to Wednesday on iTunes, SoundCloud, or YouTube, right here. But we're talking about glasses, and you bring up your frames. And you said, should I get new frames? And I said, yeah, those are terrible. And you said, why didn't you ever tell me before? I said, well, you never asked.
You got to tell someone when they look like shit.
I constantly do. I always tell you when you look like shit. Not only do I tell you when you look like shit,
you take a photo of it and then put it on Facebook and say, look how shitty the artist looks. Yes. You're not a good friend.
I can't refute that because it's definitely true. But I always tell you when I'm going to do it. That you can't steer away from. I always tell you.
I need people's help. I don't know fashion. So
okay, here's what I'm going to tell you what to do. No taxes, not to Bravo. Former Monopoly World Champion of 616 Entertainment with a record of 6-1, thanks to the Michael Thomas Robinson Boy of Handsome. He just went and got new glasses, and they're really nice, and I was the first person to ever see him. He's got big, thick, black frames. I would equate them to the frames of one Corey Fisher.
Okay.
They're damn fine glasses.
I think that's what everybody's doing nowadays.
I was going to say maybe you should get some thick frames, but I feel like everyone's getting thick frames.
I don't know how thick frames would look on me. I don't know.
Well, that's why you need to go to the doctor. Eye doctor.
Well, I do got to go
like the glasses store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But not for new frames. That I could do whenever.
We need every Dan in the chat right now to tell the artist what kind of frames to get. And if you have certain frames in mind, tweet them at IDS616 or at TheArtist616 so we can get a handle on what kind of glasses he's going to be wearing for the rest of his life.
No, turn it back.
I got some glasses for you. You're going to tell me what you think about these. All right?
Okay.
And
bring them on.
Well, I don't want to do those ones yet. But I feel like I don't think we've ever seen you in the pixelated ones. So give that a shot. Let's see what we're working with here.
They hurt my head.
Well, that's part of looking good. There's a little bit of pain that comes with it. You got to look up at the goddamn thing.
I had a photo of glasses, but I think I don't have
any. How do you feel about those? You're not a fan?
I can't see.
What can't you see?
Anything. I'm blind. It's too dark. The tint is too strong.
I don't think so. Let me see. I can see just fine.
So,
see, that's the other issue is I look a lot better with these on than you do. I'm going to get you a pair of glasses that I think you're going to look good.
Oh my gosh. Why did I start this?
I'm trying to help you, dog. You're saying you need help looking good. And I got a couple pairs of glasses that you can at least try out.
I like sunglasses. I need real glasses, not sunglasses.
Those don't help you see?
No, these aren't prescription.
When you're out in the sun, those are going to do a lot for you, dog. They got blood on the side of him, but that's completely unrelated.
That's Clark Stan's blood.
Clark Stan, rest in peace. Moment of silence for Clark Stan.
All right, that's enough.
I fell asleep. How do you feel about those? Are they good?
Yeah,
I think you pull them off pretty well.
yeah, they're all right.
Steve Schneider says, give Lauren my phone number. Lauren's got a boyfriend, Steve. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? And she likes him a whole bunch. But she doesn't like another boy
Don't say
who on Wednesday, when the episode goes live, you're going to hear about him because we finished the podcast and started recording again because this story was so good about this crazy boy. You know what I'm saying?
it's strange.
Freelance Wrestling says, is that not how you tell people they look like shit? You know what I'm saying? Freelance Wrestling says, good thing he got glasses as he will finally be able to properly do his taxes and pay Erwin R. Shyster.
No, I voted for Nigel. I don't have to pay taxes.
That's what they're saying. Nigel will have glasses now, and now he's going to pay his taxes.
Oh, I see. You were talking about Nigel's glasses. I thought they were talking about my glasses.
Robinson says, nah, I normally just tell people they look like shit. He doesn't even go through the whole social media thing. I tell people they look like shit, but I go to social media as well. You know what I'm saying? I've noticed a major decline in Gina's activity ever since I banned phones. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither.
Oh,
Oh fuck. Gina says, I'm sorry I was distracting you too from wrestling talk.
we distracted ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that.
She just gave us the perfect opportunity to do an extra bit tonight.
Oh yeah, it's all bits. It's all fake heat.
What I will require for everyone who's in the chat right now is to click that like button.
Don't be a David.
And if you enjoy this show, click that subscribe button because we do this show every Monday. You know what I'm saying?
These are giving me a headache.
What's wrong with them?
I don't know. They're sitting on my nose. I like them,
How do you think you'd look with a faux hawk?
and I can't. It's just I can't see good. So
Well, how do you think you'd look with a faux hawk?
not good. I actually think I could pull it
You
off.
turned into Charlie Kelly there. Throw it together. Real
It's
quick.
out of style.
Maybe you could bring it back.
And
Give it a
I'd be
shot.
douche in that situation, but I think I could do it okay. I don't think I'd look terrible. See, I don't have enough shit in my hair right now. But the sides got.
Look at me.
I can't see. I gotta like scoot down so they're against the books.
We need something bright to put behind you. Is what we need. So you can sit up now that I have something bright. What do you think?
Oh, I don't know about it.
I'm not mad at it. Dan Danza, are you mad at it? I'm not mad at it.
I gotta sleep on it.
It's gonna come down.
So I need.
You don't want it to be up anymore? What, you don't want it to be up anymore? Let's talk about Team Bad versus Team Bella.
Oh boy. Oh brother, my lover, fun smothers.
Let's dissect what you just said.
Oh god.
Oh brother, my lover. So we've already got an incestual relationship
no,
here.
it was
between
a
you-
comment. No.
You just spit all over the table.
It was like my brother and my lover and some smothers.
What are smothers?
Isn't that like the no? That's Smuckers.
Smuckers. Smothers. See, that's why I pictured it was a incestual relationship where one was smothering the other with their body.
It's just two men sharing the night. You might seem wrong, but it's just right.
I knew what you were doing. Michael Thomas Robinson says, Faux Hawk will accentuate your recession, Mike. Don't do it.
I don't have recession. Shut up.
You don't. Punk had tonight. Someone tweeted at CM Punk, I question your chin, which is hilarious. And Punk tweeted back, I question both of yours. Gina says, hashtag everybody do their most athletic move in the last 30 seconds.
In the last 30 seconds of the show?
No, of the match of Team Bad versus Team Bella. Keep up here. We're talking about wrestling.
We're not really.
This started tonight. Tracy Smothers says, D-Ray. Yes, he is definitely correct. Hashtag crossface chicken wing. Let's talk about this.
Okay,
I told you this was going to be a horrible show.
I don't know what's going on.
We've only gone for 44 minutes.
All right,
We're on time.
We're actually almost through the show.
I feel like we haven't talked about wrestling at all.
We've talked all through like most of the segments, I feel like. But anyways, the divas, the ladies stuff. It started with the segment outside, where it was like 6 hours earlier.
Yeah,
and they were just.
It wasn't quite that long.
It was
ago.
like it was a while ago. It was like last year this happened. It was the divas or the Bellas getting out of their car, and wasn't Nikki like, what the hell are we doing?
They get out and Nikki's wearing a Yankees hat.
Yeah.
And she was just like, it's cold in Boston, and like closed her jacket. And then Brie goes, what are we doing here? And so
what do you
then,
think you're doing here?
like a big Escalade pulls up next to them, and Team Bad gets out, which is subtly racist. That they can't just have a limo; they need to have a fucking Escalade on 24s. Do people even drive Escalades anymore?
Sure.
I don't know that they do.
You're looking too much into it.
I don't look too much into things. But Team Bad gets out, and they're just like, bitches, what are you wearing that Yankee hat for? She takes a shit, she throws it up in the air. And Nikki's like, oh my God.
Remember, this reminded me of, it was a commercial for...
Hold on, real quick. She goes like, oh my God. And she goes to hit her, and then Brie goes, save it for the match. Like 5 seconds ago, she's like, what are we doing here? And now she remembers that they're having a 6-man tag tonight. As you were, I apologize.
This reminded me of, there was a commercial for Total Divas like months ago, and it was like Paige and the Bellas were at like getting tea, and Paige got pissed off and like
she drove away in
the
shared car,
and the Bellas came out, and Brie's like, Paige took the fucking car. like they're screwed now. Yeah. Like there's no way they can get home.
They don't know, like there's no one else that they know around. They don't have cell phones. Pay phones don't exist. There's no such thing as a taxi. It's just they go outside, it's like, oh my God. Hey man, that's Total Divas for you though.
But then later on, we get this weird segment of them outside, like getting into shit, and then we immediately cut to like the live in the arena with Team Bad in the ring and the Bellas coming out, and then they're just like the segment outside served no purpose whatsoever.
No,
there was no reason to have that.
Fill time.
It was so stupid. It's stupid. Yeah, but they run long anyways.
I just thought of a superhero, of a guy who can control time, fast forward, speed it up, pause. You know what I'm saying? His name is Phil Time. PHIL.
He should be Guitar's sidekick.
Yo, okay, the Dan-Dans need to know that I pitched a comic book to my friend Dan Fiorio, friend of 616 Entertainment. It's been on the podcast a bunch of times, at DojoDaniel126 on Twitter. I have an idea for this great comic book, and it's a hero like no other. You've never heard of a character like this before. Imagine a guitar with arms.
No.
Yeah.
It's a man with guitar arms.
No. I created him. I know what he is.
You changed it then.
The body of him is the body of an acoustic guitar, and his arms are the necks of electric guitars, and his legs are up for negotiation. His legs are like mic stands. So he walks by the thing being made bigger and smaller, and the legs on the mic stand can do this anyway. And he's called Guitarms. And I really think that this thing has some legs. No one seems to be on board with this character.
Maybe. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it can't be awesome.
I think that's true. Yeah. Because you don't have the best taste anyway.
No. But anyways, this Diva segment was fucking trash.
Sasha gets some mic time in Boston. And like the first thing she does is fuck up. She's like, it to be feels good to be back, or whatever she did. It was terrible.
Yeah, I don't know what.
And then she tried to do like the why you fuck you lying bullshit, and it like she had to take the fuck out, so it didn't really work. It fell flat. You don't even know what that is, so it's not that big of an internet thing.
I didn't know what are those was until Xavier did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you not an internet boy?
I am, I guess, but some things slip through the cracks.
That's why you got to fill the cracks in a little.
Yeah.
Hashtag #1 handsome boy. That's all I'm going to say. Jazz James says, what brand of guitar are we talking? See, now we're going to have to talk to sponsors. We're going to have to talk to several different companies, because there's a million of them out there. I'm not going to pinpoint anything, even on my concept art. I just have a little space where the name of the company would go. Yep. Freelance Wrestling says it'd smash 1,000 guitars and not draw a dime. Are they talking about Jeff Jarrett or my comic? You know what I'm saying? That was funny, and you didn't appreciate it. Do me a favor.
I'm confused. I'm lost. We're going all over the place.
That segment backstage with the Divas and then in the ring together was one of the worst fucking segments I've seen in a long time.
It was so bad. Nikki said, "Team Ranch it.
Team Ranch it.
Ranch it.
Ranch me, mulatto, but still,
Ranch
that's not what we're here for. You know what I mean?
Ranch it."
And then Sasha tried to correct her later.
Yeah.
But it was too late. It was definitely too late.
It was just like, I didn't know what I was watching.
Match wasn't very good either. It was all right.
It's better than the fucking talking.
Sasha is a very pretty lady, but her gear tonight, she kind of looked like she was wearing those Superman undies for little boys that you can get at Kmart.
Oh, yeah, I like those. What?
Sin Cara versus Owens happened tonight.
Oh, yeah.
The best part of this match was Owens, it's early on, nails like a forearm, drops and goes for the pin. 1! He kicks out and he goes, that was 3! And the ref goes, that was 1. Like, I gave Owens some shit a couple weeks back about some of the things he shouts in the ring are not funny. And they're not just that they're not funny, but they're not good. Like, he was, like, Ryback tried to powerbomb him, he reverses. He's like, you think you can powerbomb me? And I was like, that's the fucking lamest, most douchey thing you could possibly say. But to get barely a 1 and be like, that was 3, that shit's funny. That's really funny. I'm on board with that. The other best part of this match was he's got Sin Cara in the headlock and he looks at ringside and Kalisto's out there. And he's looking at him, he goes, a 12-year-old has no business at ringside. And he like breaks the headlock again. It was funny. Owens was on fire tonight.
Owens was on point. Yeah.
Breaking news, I just got a text from the #1 handsome boy. He says, speaking of that hashtag, when do you lads want to work on that? He's talking about our top secret project. Whatever works for you, sir. We nailed down earlier that my days are mostly busy with doing shows and other nonsense. I must seek psychiatric evaluation on Wednesday if I wish to continue living, because the chances of me sticking around are getting smaller. So whatever works for you, you approach me and we'll figure it out from there. You know what I'm saying?
I like this.
D-Ray says she wore that gear at NXT TakeOver and I love the gear. Sasha's gear. I like that he reiterated at the end. I knew what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
But it's fair because he knows that we're behind and maybe he'll get confused.
Rollins and Kane versus the Dudley Boyz. Kane's ankle was fucked up.
Yeah.
And Seth was concerned with Kane walking away from the match because he would come back as Demon Kane and murder him. Right. He's like, oh, you're not doing to me again what you did on SmackDown, which I'm glad he said that because they realize no one watches SmackDown, so they need to tell you what happened on SmackDown. At one point, Seth grabs handcuffs to make sure Kane doesn't leave, puts one of them on Kane's wrist, goes to attach the other to the ring post, and the fucking thing broke. So he just kind of like jammed it up against Kane's hand, and then Kane reached over and was holding his own hand and the cuff in place like this, because just trying to make it look like they didn't fuck up, but they had totally fucked up.
They were probably like $1. They were probably like sex toy handcuffs. So that's why.
Gina says, how come Flannel Guy doesn't get in trouble? We're having a little trouble with the stream.
Because he's the fucking champ.
So I'm gonna pause real quick, hit that refresh button, hope our stream comes back to life. Gina says, how come Flannel Guy doesn't get in trouble? First of all, because he is a coworker of ours. Second of all, because we have business to talk about. Third of all, he's not a distraction from the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm really getting pissed off with this Wi-Fi shit tonight.
Well, let's hurry it up.
We got to wait till we come back. I don't want the
We're
Dan
back.
Ants to miss anything.
We're back.
We're back now, and it looks terrible. I hope Gina knows I'm just doing bits.
She does.
I don't know if she does.
Yeah.
A lot of people think I'm mad at them, and we have heat when that's not really the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tweeted somebody some shit earlier, and I said to you, it was like, maybe that didn't go over very well.
Well, because you've been getting boned with that recently.
Yeah.
Like, normally you wouldn't give a shit.
Mm.
But David left.
Fuck David. I don't give a fuck about David. I don't give a fuck if people misconstrue what I say unless I'm hoping that they don't misconstrue what I say. Like, most people, even if they take it wrong, will be like, I don't give a fuck. They should know better. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Gina says, hashtag fairness in the workplace. See, she gets it. Gina says, hashtag Pinktober. Gina, don't get me started on this Susan G. Cohen
I don't want to
bullshit.
talk about this.
As Colin Moriarty would say, this is not the place to talk about it. So the cuff broke. It looked funny.
They knocked him off. So for an explanation why the cuff broke, although they were probably gonna do that anyways, but whatever. And then he leaves with his broken ankle. So now Seth's all by himself. The Dudley Boyz get the tables. Devon get the tables. They get the tables, but then Seth kicks the table and they fall back. Disqualification. I don't know who got disqualified because it was a stupid DQ.
Mm-hmm.
He was just defending himself, so he wasn't supposed. Like, if they brought the tables at him and he kicked them, why does he get disqualified?
I don't know that he did. We don't know that.
That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make sense. But whatever. Disqualification. They were gonna put him through the table anyways. But then Demon Kane came out.
Monster Kane came out. I noticed tonight they were calling him Monster Kane.
Were they? I thought only Stephanie called him that, and I thought it was a fuck up.
Well,
I heard them say demon more than once.
the question that I have now is, how valid is Monster Kane? Because we have Corporate Kane, a.k.a. Glenn. We have Demon Kane, a.k.a. Kane. Monster Kane may be an entirely new animal.
Does he wear a different mask? I don't think so.
The wig looks slightly different this week. So Monster Kane has a different haircut.
I think it was a fuck up by stuff.
I don't know.
I don't think it's anything different.
There's a chance that this is another new character that we...
They didn't make it clear enough. I think if they wanted to do that, it would have been like way more clear.
Monster King gets fucked up, recovers, puts Seth through a table. It was cool.
Yeah.
Paige versus Natalie. First of all,
I forgot this happened.
Paige, I texted Gina this earlier. Paige is the kind of hot that makes you want to cut your fingers off. You know what I mean?
I gotta get warm. Let's get warm in here. Continue. Why are you so?
Yo, you're wearing a thermal with long sleeves.
It's not really a thermal.
That's what this is called.
It's not though. It's thin. It's whatever.
You think it would be good for the show if you took your shirt off?
No,
I do.
This is not a shirt off show.
It could be. We make the rules.
I'm not doing it.
Dan Nance, if you want to see his shirt come off, all you got to do is let him know. I'm not saying he's going to do it. He's getting up the fuck set. I'm just saying maybe he should. FreelanceWrestling.com says, super happy Corporate Kane is so much scarier than Demon/Monster Kane.
This version of Corporate Kane is the best.
Mm-hmm. D-Ray says, Monster Kane has different color gear.
There was a part that was funny when him and Seth were arguing in the ring where he was like, sometimes to something you have to go to hell and face your demons. That's what it says up. I have a poster that says that on my wall in my office.
Gina says, Monster Kane is when he first took his mask off and had chunks of hair missing and black, B-L-A-K, paint all over his face.
Is that a human?
Is that a human? And then Jerry Lawler. The delayed scream. I'm never not going to be happy with that scream.
It's so good.
Freelance Wrestling
It's the best
says,
thing Jerry Lawler
take
ever
your
did.
shirt off. Jazz James says, let's see that banker's body. Steve Schneider says, Mike Artis needs to put on 5 more shirts. Gina says, shirt off for hashtag Pinktober. Right now we've got 3-1.
Yeah, but Steve counts as 5 votes because he wants 5 shirts.
Yeah, but hashtag Pinktober is for hundreds of millions of women across the
Yeah,
globe,
but you don't like
which
that.
you can steal the money and use it towards other things. You can put the pink ribbon on fucking chemical
Stop.
You can take your shirt off?
No.
That's fine. Neville versus Sheamus. I didn't really see it. I don't really care.
It lasted like 5 seconds. Barrett was there, and he distracted Neville again because Neville can't fucking keep his focus on anything.
Oh, by the way, Paige locked in a guillotine choke tonight with the guard closed, which was really cool. I like when they use actual technical moves.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I don't know, man. Like, not just for this match, but this crowd was fucking deader than Brian Pillman tonight. It was horrible. Like, they were in Boston, which is usually a pretty loud crowd. You know, oh my God, you know what they should have done? Demon Kane or Monster Kane should have come out. And they should have had a guy get on the mic and be like, what the fuck is that? Jay, we're seeing some shit we never seen before, kid. There's still good work on those bones.
Xavier should have done that since he's always making YouTube references.
All I know is they should have incorporated. What the fuck is that, Jay? And they could have even had him talking to Jerry the King Lawler on the side. That could have been, instead of the Spanish announce team, they could have the Boston announce team. Where he's like, what the fuck is that? And Jerry just goes, ah! Yeah, dude, but the crowd sucked. But Boston sucked, so what can you expect? Jeans, Roman, Randy versus Wyatt Boys.
Yeah, that's like the last thing we're going to talk about.
So, Dan, that means we're going to stick around for 5 or 10 more minutes after we cover Raw. If you have shit you want us to talk about outside of wrestling, put it in the chat now. We'll have a little 5-minute podcast with you, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw Black Mass a couple days ago. It's pretty good. I think everyone should go see it.
I'll see it.
As you were.
I really liked the way they were all teaming up against Braun Strowman and like fighting dirty. Like Randy Orton poked him in the eyes and gave him a drop kick, and then when he was like all blinded, they Ambrose and Reigns speared him and they fell off the ropes.
Ambrose dove off the ring apron onto him at one point, and they just fell down. So then they had to get back up and throw themselves over the fucking barricade. And then the camera stayed on them way too long. He shouldn't have followed them over the barricade.
Yeah, that was weird.
They should have gone over the barricade, and then the camera turns to like the other guys. But instead, the cameraman was like, "What happened over there?" And they're both just kind of like, "Oh," just like laying there. It was weird.
Yeah,
they shouldn't have done that. Freelance Wrestling says they demand a Boston announce team. What did Steve Schneider just say?
Steve Schneider said, "People with Down syndrome look retarded."
How do you feel about that?
I find it highly offensive.
Do you think that's the kind of
that is not
person we should be doing business with?
No, and he shouldn't be like. And he's not the type of person that should be champion of our 6 months. He'll get a chance to fight for it, compete for it, because we don't discriminate against racist, offensive things.
According to the former champion, No Taxes, No Bravo, Steve had his chance and decided to get trampled at Riot Fest.
That's true.
Breaking news from the chat.
And he's not the champ anymore.
I just want to point out the fact that the #1 handsome boy, Michael Thomas Robinson, has indeed changed his Twitter or his Facebook profile picture to the shot of himself with the world title. So just in case you were wondering who the most handsomest boy was with the best belt.
He just updated his profile picture.
That's what the fuck I just said.
It's beautiful.
That's what I was showing the Dan-Dans.
I love it. I thought you were showing pictures.
Did you not listen to what I said?
I sure wasn't.
What piece of shit you are. Michael Thomas Robinson says, last good movie Depp was in before Black Mass. Okay, he's given us a topic. So we're done with Raw, right? We had fun. We had our fun. Good show. No, it wasn't a good show, but you know. The last good movie Depp was in before Black Mass, I'd probably have to look at it. But, like, I'm a big fan of his. But he's done a lot of stinkers. Like, I consider myself a fan of many things and a fanboy of none. unfortunate because I love them, but that shit's terrible.
You know what his last good movie was?
You got his IMDb here?
Diamond Jim.
Tim and Eric's $1 Billion movie.
Yeah, Diamond Jim.
See, now what I was going to go with is like one of my favorite movies of all time, which is Sweeney Todd, Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Now, Michael Thomas Robinson said to me that Black Mass is Depp's best work in the past 10, possibly 15, maybe 20 years. I think a lot of people are overlooking his performance in Sweeney Todd. I think he does a great job in Sweeney Todd. And, like, fucking dude sings in that movie. And I'm not saying he's the best singer of all time, but I'm saying that's pulling out a musical out of your ass is hard to do. And I think he did a really great job.
Okay.
He wasn't quite as good as Sacha Baron Cohen when it came to singing. Because that dude is a motherfucker.
Well, he can actually sing.
Yeah. But Sweeney Todd, great movie, great performance.
So I have his IMDb here, and I'll read down the list of movies he's been in. So
yeah,
his last movie was Black Mass.
Just saw it, pretty good.
Before that, Mordecai.
Didn't see it, don't need to.
Into the Woods.
I borrowed it from work.
I've heard good things.
One of my wives, name of Emily Blunt, is in that movie, so I gotta check it out.
I'm not gonna say this movie because it's a surprise. It's a surprise cameo that I was shocked to see him in. And you might not even know it's him.
But it made me really happy.
But this was a good movie.
Yes, it was.
And it was a good part.
Yeah.
So that's the last good movie he did. But before that, Transcendence, Lucky Them. I don't even know what that is.
Transcendence is a movie where I saw the trailer for it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer for Transcendence and I was like, wow, that was a great trailer. This movie could be really good. And then like the reviews came out and they're just like, this shit's boring. It's not good. I'm not saying I base my opinion on reviews, but I can definitely see that movie being boring and kind of a piece of shit. So I will always enjoy the trailer for Transcendence. Don't think I need to see it.
No.
I borrowed it from work and brought it back without watching it. So what does that tell you?
The Lone Ranger, he did.
Saw it in theaters. Way too fucking long. Kind of up its own ass.
I didn't want to see that.
It was fun visually.
He did an episode of Family Guy. Dark Shadows.
Didn't see it, kind of want to. I like weird, quirky Tim Burton stuff, and Eva Green's in it, and she's banging a Batman and jammin'. So that'll.
This is another twist cameo movie.
But we can talk about
it.
It came out almost 4 years ago.
If you haven't seen it by now, 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
He had a surprise cameo.
Spoilers for 21 Jump Street if you don't want to know. He said they approached him to be in that movie. And if you don't know, back in the day when he was on 21 Jump Street, the show, he fucking hated that show. So he used to do shit that would try to get him fired from that show because he really didn't want to do it anymore. So he used to hide peanut butter throughout the set. And in the middle of a take, he would just get a scoop of peanut butter and either like put it on his face or just like start sucking it off his finger.
Yeah.
Like just hoping they would be like, what are you doing? Get out of here. So they said, do you want to do 21 Jump Street? He said, I'll do it, but you gotta fucking kill me.
Yeah. Life's Too Short. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
I guess that's a TV show.
Animated series?
No.
Oh, no, that's the Ricky Gervais series with his buddy. That was great. That was really funny. It's just like, I just signed a multi-million-dollar deal to do a film with a big director named Tim Burton. Can you guess who my leading lady is in that film? And he's like, Helena Bonham Carter. And he's like, how did you know? He's like stabbing the dark. That was great. That was really funny.
Apparently he was in Jack and Jill.
I think he has a little scene with like Al Pacino in that movie.
He was the Rum Diary.
I want to see that.
But I want to.
I bought it. I haven't watched it.
He's in the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean video game.
That's not a movie.
But it's on his IMDb, so we're talking about it. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. I did not see it.
I've seen the first two Pirates.
So the first three.
Welcome to the Johnny Depp show.
Rango.
I did not enjoy Rango, but I'm willing
Rango.
to give it another chance.
I like Rango.
I saw you know the story, but the Danas may not know the story. My ex-girlfriend worked for Paramount, so she would have to go watch movies and then like ask people questions as they came out, like what did you think of the film? Like do a questionnaire and then like mail it in to her fucking people or whatever. One of the things we had to do, and I say we because I was with her, so I went along for it, was she had to go to a Hispanic-only screening of Rango. And it was at like 10 in the morning.
So it was in Spanish?
No, which was wacky. We go and we watch it, and I'm thinking, like, this movie is not very good. Like, I'm not enjoying it. I fall asleep. I wake up, I look over, she's asleep. I'm thinking, like, she's working. If she's sleeping, I'm going to sleep. So I go to sleep, and there's like a car accident or whatever, and the same loud noise woke both of us up. And we looked at each other and both had that look in our eyes of, like, you want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but it's
So we
probably,
left.
you watched it at 10 in the morning. You didn't want to be there.
Mm.
That's not a good environment to watch.
That's what I'm saying. I will give it a second chance.
The Tourist, which I heard is not good.
I saw it in theaters. It was boring.
I heard it was very
It was
boring.
all right.
Alice in Wonderland, which was a disappointment.
I thought it was all right.
Okay, I think this is it. I think this
Public
is it.
Enemies.
He was in Public Enemies. This was a leading role.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good movie. It was a good performance. I'm pretty sure it was successful. I'd say that was
Well,
because like there's other movies that aren't bad, but
Yeah.
like they weren't really
Stop.
leading parts.
right below it, you've got the Imaginary of Dr. Parnassus.
Yeah.
But he was a fill-in for that movie.
Right.
So he wasn't in very long. And right before that, you've got Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
And then
Which-
Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
I want to know what Robinson thinks. Was he not impressed with Depp in Sweeney Todd? Because if you're not, you got to get your life. You know what I'm saying? Because he says good performance versus good film. So I think he's asking. He might be saying that he's had good performances in bad movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Michael Thomas Robinson says, incredible Hulk Hogan. Amazing before and after category for Wheel of Fortune. You don't get it? Unbelievable. D-Ray says, and that's why he's eating peanut butter in his cameo. The number one handsome boy's cat walked across his keyboard, and
No.
the cat says, flannel me out. Gina and Michael Thomas Robinson are having their own conversation.
Oh
now.
my God, have fun, guys.
She goes from distracting you to distracting the number one handsome boy.
I think you got more distracted.
What did I
By
get
Gina
distracted
texting
with?
me, then I got
I
distracted.
didn't get distracted.
I looked at the phone and you're like, "What's this? Oh, the whole show's ruined."
So I should just let you be not present throughout.
I
the
look at
whole
my
thing?
phone all the time to look at my notes. It wasn't a big deal. Yes.
Dan Dans, this has been another episode of WWE Raw Talks Live. We love you. Where can the Dan Dans follow you on Twitter?
At the artist 616. God damn it.
Where can the Dan Dans follow me on
At
Twitter?
IDS 616, I believe.
Where can the Dan Dans follow me on Instagram?
I had the same thing. No, 616
Nope.
Entertainment.
At-
I don't know.
616 Entertainment.
I didn't know there was apps.
What show do we do on Monday?
This one.
What show do we do on Wednesday?
The podcast. The 616 Entertainment podcast, to be precise.
What show do we do on Friday?
What game are you gaming?
Well, we don't do that every Friday.
Let's Plays.
Tell them about what game are you gaming while I get an outro clip.
Well, the What's Game Are You Gaming show, it started as an audio podcast that was too long. Now it's a 30-minute show that's on it's a video format where we talk about what we're playing, might talk a little bit about like a funny topic, and then we'll get the fuck out. We don't take up your time. You get the best of us that you can get, and you don't have to be like, I'm so tired of these asses.
I have a small request, and you may not decide to go through with it, but you also might. Will you give me a rendition of Best of You by the Foo Fighters?
Is someone getting the best of you? Is someone giving the hand, your hand, the pain you feel? No, I don't know.
I panicked. FreelanceWrestling.com, you know what I'm saying? At iChrisCastro on Twitter. At MattNix1 on Twitter. That's KNICKS. You know what I'm saying? Go to FreelanceWrestling.com. Get a shirt. Get a DVD. October 30th at the Abbey Pub. We've got Walk Among Us. You're going to see the Ego Robert Anthony take on Isaiah Velasquez for the Freelance Wrestling Championship. How excited are you?
I am so fucking excited. I want to shit, but I'm not going to. I
don't
really want.
I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but at that show, I'm going to be wearing skin-tight rainbow pants.
That's a big spoiler. So
We love you, Dan Hans. We're going to see you next week.
bye.
Hi, welcome to